All right, I'm ready.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, Einie. Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy. In you go. Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's it.
Whoa. Okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Not me. The car. The car. If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit. Watch this, watch this. What did I tell you? 88 miles per hour! The temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds!
Ow! Doc, what would happen to the car?
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question is, when the hell are they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at precisely 1:21 a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall catch up with him and the time machine.
이거 완전 생체 실험 아니야?
Wait a minute. You put your dog in a time machine and have a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
마키 구현을 잘했네.
Doc?
Huh, that's peculiar.
Where's the car, Doc?
It should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Marty, could you get my notebook? It should be in the toolbox.
야, 그냥 이렇게 애니메이션만 보는 것도 재밌다.
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
That's it!
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest
머리
invention.
받고 생각난다.
The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I've detailed the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and E equals the square root of Z times C squared. And the flux dispersal rate is inversely proportional to the 4th root of N, carry the 9, then.
Doc, something's way off here. Doc?
Great Scott!
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
여기서 때려보면 안 나타났어. 안 돼! 안 돼!
No!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
과거로 가서 치워버릴 거 아니야? 차가?
Doc!
Marty, is everything okay?
Weird science.
Yeah, Mom. It was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
시계탑이네.
Well, you're safe and sound now, back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap! I'm late.
뭐지? 잘 되는 건가? 백투더퓨처. 저 그라데이션 낭만이다 낭만. 내가 태어나기도 전에 있었던. It's about time. 곧 이제 곧 뭐 이런 느낌이야. 라이프 스타일. 잘 만들었다. 웅장하다, 웅장해. 아인슈타인. 그래, 여러 가지 시계가 있었지. 저 영화에 저 고양이 시계도 있었어요. 기억해.
Dad, are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never. You wouldn't believe how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc stuff. The city has no right to.
Now, son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty!
Hi, Biff.
여기 지금
Come to see if the old crackpot had any buried treasure?
좋은 미래 쪽이구나.
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
프렌드 박사가 프렌드인 건 아는데. 조지 맥플라이도 구현을 잘했네.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can't intervene to prevent your own conception, for example?
이것도 꽤 위험한 누구였는데. 칼 달려.
Hey, let me...
Now, Biff, leave Marty alone. This is a very emotional time for him.
Oh, sure. Sorry, Marty.
헐. 그 캔다는 기계를 계속 만드는 게 개박다는 기계 때문이었나? 미친 소름, 겁나 소름 돋네.
Doc built this model of downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Biff, can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, ha. But really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, well, look at what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something. Ha!
하하이, 이거 참.
Feels like that was a lifetime ago. Actually, I guess it was.
엄청 옛날이지. 네가 태어나기 전이지. 내가 태어나기 전이죠. 아 너무 재밌는데 이거 어떡하냐?
Hey, Biff.
더 있어?
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
It's just a notebook with Doc's scribblings. What did Doc ever accomplish?
Nothing.
Then it's worthless, right?
If it was really worthless, you wouldn't want it so bad.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
미친 대답도 안 했는데.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
못 얻을 것
I
같은데.
just can't let you keep that
방법이
notebook. It's
없는데?
dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
I only want that notebook
어림도 없지
because,
뭐.
well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
트럼프 생각난다. 에이,
Never mind.
그냥 전리품 땡기러 왔구나 그냥 다들. 어? 게임 접습니다. 템 뿌려요. 템 뿌린다는 소리도 안 나는데 저기 저 게임 접는다. 템
Hey, Dad,
뿌린다.
why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
이거랑 교환해야 되나? 이거 참. 이것도 엄청 위험했지. 마티가 날라갔으니까.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
Now some jokes pick it up for pennies라고 하는데 번역 좀 약하게 해놨네.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
뭐라고 한글
It
잘못
took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
어떤 얼간이 같은 놈이 동전 하나로 쎄치게 생겼네 이러는 것 같은데. 앰프 조절기.
Let's make some noise.
기타 해야지 이제. 나도 소리 낮춰야 되는 거 아니야?
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
자, 게임 기타를. 근데 이거는 일렉 기타가 아니라서. 전자 기타였어?
Here's an oldie, but a goodie. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead.
Butthead.
Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
이거 저 날려버려고 내가 주스려고 그랬는데. 야, 생각대로 안 되네.
I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again.
날리면 안 되는 거였어? 몰랐네.
Wonder why Doc didn't take any of these with him.
조지랑도 대화했고
something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead.
Biff, I thought I told you not to take my son's guitar.
Oh, right. Sure thing, Mr. McFly.
아, 이게
I was just
뭔가
warming them up for you, Marty. Let's see what you got. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
소리를 좀 더 조절을 해야 될 것 같은데.
Now that is a dangerous amp.
좀 더 조절해봐.
I better not crank it up anymore. I really don't want to blow this thing out again.
뭔가가 부족한데 지금.
Seems kind of empty without the courthouse. Doc must have whipped up some crazy compounds in that cauldron. It smells like beef stew. Hope that wasn't poison gas or anything.
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly. Enough of that junk.
Now, Biff.
Sorry, Marty.
뭐지? 비프의 캐릭터는 그렇게 잘 되어 있진 않지만 열받는 부분은 똑같이 잘 되어
Looks
있어.
like a hand crank lightning rod, or maybe a lightning powered pencil sharpener.
근데 마티는 과학에 대해서 하나도 몰라도 괜찮았던 게 얘가 너무
Jennifer'd like that. She's into old stuff.
너무 매력적인 애였어. 기타도 잘 치고 모험심도 있고 인싸 슈퍼 핵인싸 그리고 그 호버보드도 잘 타고 탈 것도 잘 운동신경도
A fish
좋고.
tank? I never knew Doc raised fish. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. I kind of like Doc.
돈대기리기리야?
I can't leave until I get Doc's notebook back from Biff.
힌트를 줬어.
Nah.
얘한테 주면 얘가 찢어버리고 싶지 않을까?
I don't think that picture's gonna do anything but
그러니까
confuse people.
내 말이 어떻게 또 할 거 없나?
Hey, Biff. I'll pay you for it.
How much?
나를
Not enough.
Never mind.
세 번만 더 하고 안 되면 그 힌트를 보는 거야. 여기다가 뭐 휴지나 그 사진을 할 수 있는 거.
Hey, Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You? Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
그 전에는 돈이 부족해가지고 이제 테러리스트한테 그 핵을 만들어줬거든요. 근데 그 핵을 그 만들어주면 테러리스트가 핵 전쟁에 쓸 테니까 가짜 핵을 만들어줘가지고 테러리스트들이 빡쳐가지고 찾아온 거였어요. 여기서는 돈을 마련하려고 주변 사람들한테 많이 빌렸구나.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
그 에미 브라운이 아마 독일 출신으로 알고 있는데 선조가 독일 출신 선조가 미국으로 건너와서 뭐 때문인지 기억은 안 나는데 떼돈을 벌었어요. 갑부가 됐는데 이 사람이 이거 타임머신 발명한다고 야금야금 돈을 써가지고 집도 팔고 이래가지고 빈궁하게 발명가로 살고 있었다는 설정을 어디서 봤어요.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. Maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
아,
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
아니 살아있든 죽어있든 물건을 그냥 남이 막 챙겨버리면 어떡하냐. 딱 봐도 그 처분할 사람이 가져갔는데 처분하면 안 되지. 방금 얘가 내가 잘못 말을 고른 거긴 하지만.
About Biff. Dad, I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle him.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. But you know where to find me.
이게 중요한 거구나.
Problem? Biff?
He's got this thing, see, and I really need to get it back.
If he stole something from you...
No, it's one of Doc's notebooks. He found it first, but...
Oh, well then I'm not sure what to tell you. I guess you'll just have to appeal to his better angels or something.
Or something.
근데 이게 뭐... 아 근데 비프가 얘 아빠 또래잖아. 근데 비프는 아마 근데 아빠보단 어리고 얘보단 나이가 많은 그런 느낌이었을 것 같아요. 택도 없는 소리나 안 하는 걸로.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
이걸로 램프로 그냥 엿을 먹여볼까?
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff-Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
돌려 그냥. 너 엿 좀 먹어봐라.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
와. 오우야.
Rock on, Biff.
Oh,
어우야. 여기 살인미수 아니냐? 진짜 좁아질 것 같은데 이 시대 때 그걸로 하면. 블랙
Doc, where are you?
주크박스나 한번 해볼까요? 돌아왔는데 아인슈타인만 있는 거 아니야? 얘가 이제 이걸 타고 모험을 떠나는 거지. 100% 아인슈타인이다.
Doc?
얘가 이제 냄새를 맡고 돌아다니는 거 아닐까?
Einstein! Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
플럭스 컴패시를
Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe. Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc.
들어 빨리. 어떻게 너무 재밌다.
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always a possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, you come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is. I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you gonna tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on. Come on.
몇 년도야?
Crap!
몇 년도야?
Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now? I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc. I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
입력 기판 나오는 거야? 인벤토리 이거
After all the trouble I went through getting this thing, there's no way I'm letting it out of my sight.
입력 사료이네. 인벤토리에 노트를 보고 그거 좀 확인할 수 있지 않을까?
After all the trouble I went through getting this thing, there's no way I'm letting it out of my sight.
알겠어.
I can use those to enter a date into the time circuits. Once I know when to look for Doc.
돌아가야 되나? 아유 귀찮아. 말이 잠깐만 살펴보자.
Marty,
This notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
그럼 돌아가서 확인해보자.
What kind of trouble is Doc in, Einie?
아인슈타인이랑 아인이야? 에. 돌아갈 길이 없는 것 같은데. 이 안에서 정보를 아니면 쓰레기통은 있나? 쓰레기통에 뭐 있나? 어디 보자. 트루리아 여기 트렁크도 뭐 없고. 신발 안에 뭐 있나?
This time-traveling shoe is my only clue to finding Doc. Nah. I don't think so.
그래. 오케이. 냄새. 힌트가 아주 친절하네. 이렇게. 연락이. 멘트네.
What do you know about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
Great Scott! I think he finds something. 그럼 이렇게 차 내타고 가는 거야?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
벨 눌러야지 뭐.
Step away from the door. Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get along now! Scat!
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
E. Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced for myself, slacker.
아 근데 미국에서 집안 이야기 안 하는데 이게 옛날 영화라서 그런지 맥플라이 집안 이렇게 얘기하는 거 되게 좀 신기했었어요. 드릴 게 있어요가 정답인 것 같으니까 마지막에
State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well,
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
what is it? Let me see.
아유 요즘도 많으셔.
A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
내려오는구나. 개그 느낌이 잘 맞네. 백투더퓨처.
Leave that creature outside!
이게 가끔
Sorry, Einstein.
제작하지 않은 다른 코스 만들면 그 느낌을 못 살릴 때가 많거든요.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So neat and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up. Have a seat, Sonny. Hey! You kids! Put out those cigarettes!
아우 목이 물려서 간지러. 차 끓는 동안 이거 찾아봐야 되는 건가? 알겠어요. 신문지를 뭐 이렇게 많이
Don't
모으셨대?
touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
약간 홀딩이 있으신 건가? 홀더신가? 고양이를 키우시는.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Ms. Pretty Whiskers is very particular about who handles her food.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
노인분들은 체온이 낮아가지고.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
초감성에 지치고는 그렇게 빨리 건드려, 빨리 다 건드려, 빨리. 손 닿는 거 있으면 다.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
매뉴얼은 말똥입니다. 저거 마티가 옛날에 그거. 야, 영화 엄청나게
Hey, mind if I
팬이었는데.
use your binoculars for a sec?
Go ahead, dear.
Man, these are powerful. I could see Biff going into the video store.
You wouldn't believe the filth that boy watches. Yeah, he's nothing but an out-of-control hedonist, just like his father.
If there's a clue to finding Doc out there, I'm not seeing it. I don't even know where to start looking. Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree! Yes?
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Why do you need all these newspapers? Isn't that the library's job?
Libraries. Eh. Have you seen the smut they keep in their magazine racks?
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all.
Bootleg
I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
기자여가지고 이렇게 모았구나.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that? Lieutenant! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex
한번 봅시다.
I told you not to touch those.
아니 그 말이나 하지 말든가. 아이 거참. 아 목에 물린 거 진짜 너무 간지럽다. 이게 애기 근데 어떤 알고리즘으로 나오는 거야? 그냥 부셔버리고 안에 있는 걸 다 발라버릴까? 얼마 남지도 않은 것 같은데. 오래전에 끝난 줄 알았는데 또 계속 돌리다 보면 애기 나오네. 근데 나 뭐 차 끓여주시는 거 아니었어요?
Miss Strickland, about your tea. You forgot to turn on the...
You! It's spelled with a U! You illiterate vandal!
아직 멀었구나.
Miss Strickland lost that shoe the day the speakeasy burned down. But when was that? What are these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly?
It's legitimate journalism.
여기 또 고양이네.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
The candy looks older than I am. Excuse me, Miss Strickland? I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. Yeah, I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
아니
Well,
이렇게 말하고 못 쳐다보게
obviously
하는
the
거는
day
완전
after the
사이코패스 아니야?
speakeasy burned down.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
아니 어떻게 말을 저렇게 한 다음에
I told you not to touch those.
미쳤어. 에러라고밖에 생각이 안 돼. 밖으로 나가요.
Would you mind if I stepped out for a minute? I just remembered a video I've got to return.
Do you have to go? I get so few visitors these days.
But
And I'd hate to have to tell my brother, your vice principal in charge of discipline, how rude you were to me. Especially with graduation coming up and all.
와 진짜 씨. 맵다 매워. 얼얼하다 얼얼해. 이거 뭐 아무것도 뭐 못하게 하면서. 아이고. 아 인벤토리.
this notebook has all of Doc's plans for the flux capacitor and the DeLorean. I'd better make sure it never falls into the wrong hands. And by wrong hands, I mostly mean Biff.
이거를 들려줄 필요는 없을 것 같은데.
I don't want to record them right now.
이것도 필요 없을 것 같고.
I don't think that picture's gonna do anything but confuse people.
힌트를 볼까요? 그럼 그 자리엔 비디오가. 근데 비디오를 거시기 나가지도 못하겠잖아. 완전 협박했잖아 지금. 박사님의 행방을 알아낼 만한 단서.
Marshall Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
That's not how I remember it.
그러게. 미친 게 테넌을 죽였는데? 그걸 또 바꾼 그건 아닌가 보네.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
시체처럼 사진을 찍는 게 유행이었으니까. 유행이라보다 뭐 관습이었으니까. 힌트 좀 더 주세요. 날짜를 찾아야 해요. 어떤 건물에 적혀 있을 거예요. 아니 나가지를 못하겠다니까? 한 번 더 나가면 나갈 수 있나?
I guess I'm stuck here for a while.
아 아니면 만원경을 내가 써도 되려나?
Mind if I take a look?
Go ahead, dear.
아 1932 원래 그 쌍둥이
Rebuilt in
나무인데
February 1932.
나무 하나가 됐어.
The fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
왜냐면 쌍둥이 나무 중에 하나를 얘가 과거에 차로 쓸어버렸거든요. 그리고
Miss Strickland,
32년도에 언제였는지 좀
don't let me
기억
keep you
좀
from your
해봐요,
business.
좀. 아니 한 번 더 볼까?
Rebuilt in February 1932.
아,
The fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
February 2.
Rebuilt in February 1932. The fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
2월 달에 언제냐고
Miss
물어볼까?
Strickland,
안 돼.
don't let me keep you from your business.
I told you not to touch those.
아하 이거 답답하게 하네. 거참. 꼼짝없이 받쳤죠.
That tea's never gonna boil.
아 근데 진짜 안 보내주려고 물 안 올린 거야? 그런 거면 진짜 살짝 소름이다. 에드니가 방을 비운 틈을 노리래. 언제 비워?
There's the whistle. Surely the water's boiling by now.
빨리.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
빨리 TT. 노알바.
Newspapers!
알바노.
Sorry, Miss Strickland. Let me...
No! You've gotten my
알아서
history out of
정리하세요.
order.
여생도 창창해
Oh, do you
보이시고.
know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out! Get out! Get out! Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
아 과거로 차 타고 왔구나. 네, 또 여기 또 이렇게 생체
Marty!
아 미래
Where you been, son?
형차라서
And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. Ready to go, Einstein?
묘하게 사이가 좋단 말이야. 그 점도 참 재밌어요. 그 리게모티는 장편으로 나온 셈이라면 세 편밖에 안 나왔잖아요. 어찌나 재밌을지. 눈이 돌아가. 너무 재밌어요.
I've got to turn on the time circuits first.
영화가 재밌어가지고 이
Time
게임은
circuits
거의
on. Flux capacitor, fluxy.
답보했을 뿐인데도 답보한 수준인데 지금까지 느낀 점은 보면
Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
I hope you're doing right, Doc. 예전에 옷으로 그거 꽃 먹었더니 옷 갈아입고 간 음악이 일반이지. 꼭 저 바퀴 자국이 남아줘야 되거든요. 여기까지가 1에피소드인가? 아니야. 볼륨도 빵빵해. 미쳤다. 갓겜이네 이거.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
이 스토리가 이게 제법 그냥 돈만 받고 만들 게임이 아니네. 야, 나 이거 못했으면 진짜 아쉬울 뻔했다. 역사를 담고 있는 게임을 어찌 미국이 사랑하지 않을 수 있겠습니까?
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
근데 얘가 옛날 옷이라고 생각했는데도 그때 패션을 잘 모르니까 서부국 시대 패션도 또 미스디렉한 것 같은데.
There's got to be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see. Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no
Kevin
time.
Klein.
Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
아, 광고라서 아니. 이 사람 그 교감 선생님 누나인 것 같아. 아주 거침없는 거 보니까. 마이클 콜.
Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
왼손으로 악수하네?
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
아, 그래. 이렇게 뛰어가 다녀야지. 맵이 넓단 말이죠.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
How to launch back soon? 아, 머리를 자르면 여기서 자르는데 야, 여기다 신발 다리를 올려놓고 뭐 이러는 건가? 여기 이 의자는 도대체 뭐지? 주류 밀매점의 자네.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
그러게나 말입니다.
Gale, Zemeckis, and Fine. Attorneys at law. No solicitors.
잡담이 살짝
Hello?
있지만
No solicitors!
이런.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
아니 뭐 그래도 뭘 목격했다던가 이런 정보를 얻을 수 있지 않겠어? 아, 그 켄닥의 그거 진짜 너무 충격적인데? 근데 그거 맞을지 안 맞을지 모르겠지만 나 진짜 너무 난 소름이 돋을 것 같아. 너무 좋아서. 너무 소름이 돋아서. 아, 행복하다. 약간 코끝
Who are you and what do you
찡찡할
want?
정도는
Can I
아니고.
talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No?
Then scram.
가족이라고 해. 면회 왔다고. 아우 씨.
Doc!
Marty,
Doc!
what are you doing here?
마치 근데
You sent for me, Doc.
진짜 똑똑해.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system. Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of
아,
catching up to do.
결혼해가지고 반지
Yeah, you
꼈는데?
might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right? But what?
과거로 가야 될 것 같은데?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
아유,
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
프렌드야.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed.
아 진짜 리게 모티도 매운맛이지만 백투더퓨처도 말 진짜 세게 한다니까요. 아 정말 아 똑같은 라이터가 썼나? 왜 이렇게 재밌냐? 감옥 부셔?
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided. Do you?
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
이미 이제 정신병원 다녀왔던가? 다른 곳은 다녀왔는데 이 사람이 그 경험을 알지 모르겠네.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
아 젊은 닭을 만나러 간다니 미쳤어.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
나는 이 닭의 질서훈돈적인 면도 참 좋아합니다. 이 뭔가 수단과 방법을 가리지 않으면서도 또 정의감은 또 있어. 너무 재밌어요. 아마 4편이 나와서 깨박살 났어도 팬들은 4편을 봤을 거예요. 그분이 그것만 루게릭병 그것도 약간 아쉽기도 하고. 그리고 이 게임 크리스토퍼 로이드 씨가 성우를 직접 맡았다고 들었는데 너무 좋네요. 이 사람은 곧 다이제스션 시스템에 문제가 생기겠구만.
McFly! Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you?
Would you? No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well?
Well, what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly...
Yes?
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it.
Uh,
Now scram!
you got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
이 사람 이름 당구알이야?
What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
전화 없어?
Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there.
파우더 있는 거 아니야? 여기 전화기 있네. 옛날에는 이렇게 아무데나 들어가서 전화기를 써도 됐나 보네.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
똑똑해. 진짜 영민하다. 아, 진짜. 영민함이 S2T였나? 민화람이었던 것 같은데. 민첩하고 영특한.
Brown residents.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
브라운 아빠인 거 아니야? 에밋 브라운이라고 했지?
Like a thorn bush in a drunkard's hand is a proverb in the mouth of a fool. Heavy.
뭐라고?
Those who once ate delicacies are destitute in the street. Cheery. For we were born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years.
아니, 다시 듣고 싶은데.
Eli thought she was drunk and said to her, "How long will you keep on getting drunk? Get rid of your wine." Eli should mind his own business.
번역이 이거.
Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Maybe that's my problem. Lazy hands. Those who once ate delicacies are destitute in the street. Cheery. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Maybe that's my problem. Lazy hands. Eli thought she was drunk and said to her, "How long will you keep on getting drunk? Get rid of your wine." Eli should mind his own business. For we were born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years.
다시 전화 걸면 또 도련님 어쩌고 하는 거 아니야? 너 누구야? 이러는 거 아니야?
Brown residents.
어떡하지? 법원으로 가야 되나?
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
양배추 스푼, 토마토 스프일 줄 알았는데. 근데 이렇게 스프 가게가 또 있었나 보네, 옛날에는. Never mind.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
여기 안에서 볼일을 봐야 될 것 같은데. 나갈 수가 있었네. 뒷문으로 가야 되나? Under new management. 법원? 저기가 법원인가? 달려. 있었구나. 아, 너도 똑똑하다, 야.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
이름소리에 이거 향을 맡아서 뭐 괜찮아?
Brown Estate, Klondike 51038.
안 될 것 같긴 하지만.
I really don't think they need to know the Brown family phone number.
지금까지 여기가 법원이야.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally,
어린 아이는 아니었구나. 아 근데 약간 그것들이 생각나네요. 원래 그 아인슈타인이 특허청 직원이었대요. 그게 뭐였더라? 물리학 쪽이었는지 기억은 안 나는데 아무튼 취직을 못해가지고 어머님께서 어떤 판사였나 그 법원 쪽에 제발 우리 아들 취직 좀 시켜달라 그래갖고 특허청에 이제 일을 이제 맡겨줬는데 특허 일은 아마 변리사 쪽이었을 것 같은 생각은 드는데 근데 일을 하면서 짬짬이 그 막 공부를 하고 그래서 그 아인슈타인 박사가 된 걸로 내가 대충 알고 있는데 왜냐면 내가 10대 때 관심이 많았거든요. 20대 때는 관심이 없어서 아무튼 그게 또 생각이 나네요. 이게 또 백투더퓨처가 과학에
Listen,
관심이
Emmett, you don't know me,
많아가지고
but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
칼 세이건도 굉장히 유명한 과학자잖아요.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
너무 말이 빨라서
You
잘못
have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
젊은 거 같네 생각해보니까. 나이 차이 별로 안 나 보이는데? 기껏해 5살, 10살 나 보이네.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. Now, if H stands for one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of H.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
나 따라다니면서 뭐라고 중얼거리는지 좀 들으려고 그랬는데. 괜찮아, 나도. 근데 그 나중에 늙어가지고 손주한테 포커스 더 사이언스 이러잖아요. 아마 이런 추세면은 그 닉도 어린 나이에 과학을 못하게 하지 않았던 게 아닌가 그런 또 상상을 하게 되네요. 그래서 늙어서 이제 아니 젊었을 때 장성에서 이제 과학을 신나게 이제 연구를 하는 게 아닌가.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
약간 다른 발음이 섞여
The
있는 것
leg
같은데?
bone's connected to the thigh bone?
그건
Amazing.
의학적 지식이잖아.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Wrong, wrong, wrong.
No, 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 no. It's not possible. No.
안 돼, 안 돼. 들어가면 나도 못 들어가는 거 아니야?
I don't need to go in there anymore.
아이, 뭘... 아씨, 한 번만 더 말 걸 걸 그랬나?
Now, if H stands for a one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A multiplied by the inverse
것도
of H has to
같은데?
come out less than expectation
좀만
value.
들어보자.
Right? No, no. What am I missing here? Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for. In more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character!
근데 이거 그 뭐냐 크리스토퍼가 젊게 성공하는 걸까 아니면 다른 성공인 걸까? 너무 비슷해가지고 잘 모르겠어.
How many newtons are required?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just,
얘한테
incorruptible
나눌 수
judge
있는
that Hill Valley has ever
다
seen.
나눴구나.
The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a
근처에서
dark
뭐라고 하는지 한
secret
번만
to
더
hide.
듣고 싶은데.
And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Brings us back to H.
법률사무소랑 저기를 와리가리 하는구나.
Oh, no. Gonna be the inverse. Oh, yes, no, no. It's not possible. No. Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
겁나게 과하게 얘기하고 있는 것 같은데? 야야야야야야. 말라가면 안 돼.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it.
알겠어. 그만.
By the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No. What am I missing here?
그냥 혼자서 암산하고 있는 것 같은데? 그냥 EA 마이너스 2A 분의 마이너스 B뿔마 루트 B의 제곱 마이너스 4A씨고 이런 거 얘기하고 있는 거 아니야? 아무튼 그 소용이 없다고 거시기 그 브라운한테 가서 이야기를 해볼까요? 빨리 나는 그 켄타케 이야기를 하고 싶은데 이 게임이 너무 재밌어서 멈추고 싶지도 않아. 너무 행복한 고민이구나. 말이 안 통해요. 아씨, 한 번밖에 대화를 안 해주네.
I think I'll just talk to Doc from out here. Psst, Doc!
Morty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great.
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks he's been sent by my father to check up on me.
아, 이렇게 착각할 정도로 진짜 더럽게 엄격했구나. 너 과학을 하는 자의 냄새가 나는데 막 이러면서 거짓말을 하는 맛이구나.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
아, 이거 참.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
뭔가 발표하고
Expo?
싶었구나.
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
긴장했으니까 중얼거리겠지.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
이어드로핑 해 빨리.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
달려. 마티야 달려라. 그 문제를 빨리 주워 들어야 돼. 뭐라고 하는지 한 글자만 나올 때까지 말 걸어.
Wait, is that even possible? Oh, let's start over. Force equals mass times itself.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
아, 녹음기 있었지? 안 돼, 들어가지 마.
Think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
다 땄으니까 들어가기나 해. 가게 이름이 Yesterday Soup였나? 잘못 봤나? Sisters of Mercy Soup Kitchen Come for the soup, stay for the celebration. 옛날에 진짜 스프 가게가 있었나 보다. 닥터 문제 왔어.
Psst, Doc!
Morty! How goes the escape
그때는
plan?
쑥 나타나는 거 너무 재밌네.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
그냥 목소리 올라가게 생겼는데.
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I've missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
잠깐만. 아, 집을 비우고 그 열차 타고 돌아다니고 있었구나. 그래서 몇 달 동안 없었구나. 아, 이게 그러면은 그 맥플라이 집안에서는 브라운 박사가 결혼한 것도 모르려나? 하긴 그게 알면은 유가족이 있을 텐데 그렇게 해치워버리려고 하지 않겠지.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna, we never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That would explain a lot. What's the story with this kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
So how are Clara and the kids?
Oh.
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
2020년 대학을 보낼까 고민 중이래. 어떡해. 나 진짜 백투더퓨처 3 이후에 이 내용을 내가 볼 줄은 진짜 나 예상 못했다. 이 명작을 스팀에서 내리다니 내가 진짜 눈물이 나네. 이런 명작을 어떻게 스팀에서 내릴 수가 있어? 어떻게 아무 데서도 플레이를 못하게 할 수가 있어? 이 백투더퓨처의 미친 팬들은 어떡하라고? 그래서 이렇게 남은 부분이 있는데 이 영화의 뒷부분을 진짜 말도 안 돼 이거를.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
3차원이라서? 4차원이라서?
What was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it. Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
그 행인들이 잠깐 기다리라는 거, 매달려 있으라는 건데 그 감옥에 있는 사람한테 얘기하면 그 교수형 얘기를 뜻하기도 합니다. 잠깐 매달려 있으세요. 이거를 이제 번역을 하면 뭐라고 할 수 있을까? 잠깐 거기 다녀올게요. 잠깐 기다리세요. 또 봐요? 또 봐요 정도로 의역할 수 있을 테지만 나는 직역을 좋아하니까 진짜 뭐 잠깐 거기 매달려 있으세요가 그나마 직역에서 그걸 포함한 거 같은데. 어디 갔냐? 중얼거리던 녀석.
A one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally.
해밀턴이래, 해밀턴.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
슈페른이라고 할까? 그리고 난 코난 드럼이라는 단어를 되게 재밌게 배웠는데 코난이 드럼 치는 걸로 배웠어요. 난제란 뜻입니다.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
빨리 칼퇴해. 당장 오늘 밤에 필요하기도 하고 완벽하게 작동되기도 해야
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
잠깐 성우 녹음이
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
누락되긴 했지만.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
이게 원래 좀 듣기도 하고 그래야 되는데 내가 너무 집중하고 있어서 안 들려.
You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured.
그래서 나도 이것 때문에 해저 이말리를 읽어봤었죠. 잃어버린 세계를 찾아서를 읽어보면 되겠구나.
This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on fuel that, you know, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You of all people should know that.
하긴 뭐 밀가루로 만들든 마약으로 만들든.
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right.
저 기자한테도 말을 걸어봐야겠네.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
H.G. 웰즈의 타임머신이라고? 기억해둬야겠다.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
겁나 무섭다.
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
총 맞는 거보다 더 무서워했어.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
What do you know about Arthur McFly?
Certified accountant. Graduated Hill Valley 5 classes ahead of me. Seems like a nice fellow, actually.
How did he get mixed up with a guy like Kid Tannen?
Who knows? Sometimes people find themselves stuck in situations they can't get out of.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. My name isn't...
Michael Corleone!
Yeah.
맞아, 알려주면 안 돼. 갖고 있는 거 없나? 아서의 소환장.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Einie?
It's short for Einstein.
Einstein, of course! Because he was a patent officer just like you.
뭐 아는 거 있어요?
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
가르침이라고 번역했네. 가르침이 좀 더 맛깔나긴 해.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get over-eager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions...
Yeah?
You can let me know when they're running low on soup.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
맥플라이가 어디 있었더라?
Never mind, I'm wrong. The pool hall isn't a charity.
Certainly not.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
지금 다 나올 말들이 아닌데. 경찰서래 미친. 브라운시도 아니고 공무원도 아니고. 따귀 맞을 것 같은데.
You can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
I got a book.
Oh? Where?
I need to get this subpoena into Arthur McFly's hands, so young Doc will have the time to help me bust old Doc out of jail.
물어봐. 주인공이니까 총은 안 맞겠지.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here!
네가 닦아.
How about you?
Huh?
I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
두 손으로 닦아, 자식아. 이거 안 되고.
I guess you won't talk about your business.
Why not? I got nothing to hide. I recently acquired controlling interest in the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen.
Isn't a soup kitchen an odd line of business for a guy like you?
I like soup. Plus, I got a heart as big as all outdoors. Buff a little harder. I want to see myself in the toes.
Hey, I represent United Charities of Hill Valley. Can you authorize me to pick up soup from your establishment and deliver it to some very deserving souls?
Nah, that Strickland dame's got the charity racket pretty much locked up. No point in giving her competition.
Edna Strickland thinks your soup kitchen might not be on the up and up.
That dame gets on my nerves. Got a great pair of gams, though.
거참. 아스맥플라이 얘는 숨어야 되는 건데 딱 봐도 얘가 찾는다고 하면 안 될 것 같은데.
How come you won't let the Stay Sober Society hold their meeting in the cellar of your soup kitchen?
We got other plans for that cellar, and it don't necessarily involve staying sober.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. He's very busy today.
싫어할 텐데.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
Hey!
뛰어, 달려.
What'd you do?
나도 왜 모자를 훔친 건지 모르겠지만 완전 훔치고 싶었어요. 우리 할아버지의 모자.
Give me that hat, you lousy
몇 개를 걸고
crook!
훔치겠어.
Emmett!
이거 키보드 액션 해야 되는 거 아니야?
Emmett!
매달렸나? 열차에 매달린 거.
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen!
난 발톱 밟았어.
Ow! Fix me up!
변밀사무소로.
Where do you learn how to move like that?
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out!
아메리칸 풋볼했나? 아. Today's special, yesterday's food. soup. 문구 전문은 뭐지? 아, 무스 발라달라고 했지?
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Bob.
주정해라. 여인 숙문이라.
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
샤프.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
아, 그냥 모자만 찾아주고 끝이야? 이발소.
I better not go back in there. They're angry, and they've got scissors. I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
어디 보자. 거기 스프 가게로 가면 또 거시기 할 테고. 어떻게 찾지?
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Stay Sober Society.
Yes, we do generally provide refreshments for the Stay Sober Society, but I'm afraid they may not be able to meet tonight. They haven't got a meeting space.
I got a book.
집 좀 빌려줘라. 집 좀 빌려줘요.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
아, 모자를 뺏은 이유가 있구나.
We'll get that subpoena delivered.
이거야.
Hey, honey, come here for a sec, boy.
역시 개코가 짱이야.
Hey, boy, can you find the guy who belongs to this hat?
Where's he going?
Only one way to find out. Huh, deja vu.
그러네. 교감 선생님 댁인데.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's McFly!
Shh, I know. Hey, Arthur, can you come down a minute?
Do I know you?
We've got something for you.
It's a
subscription to the Accountant Weekly. He won't come out if he knows why we're really here.
No, right.
Ha! I'm not interested. And besides, the boss won't let me leave the room. Sorry. Some other time.
아우, 저러니까 일을 못했지.
What now?
종이 비행기로 만들어서 던져버려 그냥.
Need any help?
Never mind.
던져. 숨겨. 아, 이거를 주자.
I'll give it back to him after I give him the subpoena.
그래?
Someone's playing tricks on me.
Maybe not. My grandpa may be a little wimpy, but he's got great taste in hats.
What now?
대화를 나눠.
It's me again. Please come down.
Why?
We've got something for you.
It's a
subscription to
아이고,
the
잘못 눌렀네.
Accountant Weekly. He won't come out if he knows why we're really here.
No, right.
I'm not interested. And besides, the boss won't let me leave the room. Sorry. Some other time.
여성 성우인지 남성 성우인지 빌보드 필러 여기 당구공 마크 있네. 그러고 보니 이 마크도 꼭 그 삼각형 거시기 그 컴패시터 때문인가? 이 새쪽 모양의 마우스 포인트 이거 어디서 온 거지?
What now?
It's me again. Please come down.
Why?
We've got some important information for you, but we can't yell it. It's private.
Then put it in a postcard and send it. I'm stuck up here till the boss tells me I can leave. Sorry. Some other time.
아, 어떻게 해야 되지? 불을 질러버릴 것보다 그냥 아, 또 나가면 나가지네? 아서가 있는 곳으로 가기. 어떻게 해야 되지? 힌트. 아서를 나오게 하려면 시내로 가서 뭘 가져와야 해요. 모자잖아. 앞만 봐도 모자인데.
What now?
I'll give it back to him after I give him the subpoena.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm throwing the subpoena.
You can't do that. You have to hand it to him.
에헤이, 이거 참.
Quit bugging me, or I'll tell Kid.
뭘 가져와야 되지? 뭐 스프를 가져와야 되나? 뭘 가져옵시다. 최소한 시도는 해보고 두 번째 힌트를 보는 걸로. 뭘 가져와야 되지? 스프를 가져와야 되나? 모자는 뭐 줄 수 없다고 하고.
Hey, Q-Ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of, soup.
Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
What are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup. Well?
I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
Excuse me.
You talking to me?
Could I have a bowl of soup?
You're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like...
Scrolle ribolita?
I was gonna say week-old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried...
쿨리지라는 정권이 있었어.
Salt?
Salt? What do you think, it's too bland? Too mild? I didn't put too much pepper in it, did I?
I just think it could use a little more salt.
No accounting for taste these days.
어떻게 해야 되지?
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
Brown residents.
Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Any ideas about how to get the hooch?
Hooch?
The alcohol, Emmett.
One might come to the conclusion that the hooch is being hidden in some of those barrels.
You're probably right, but which ones?
Now, if I could get my hands on some of those barrels, I could weigh them and compare their specific gravity.
Specific gravity? Come on, Emmett. Kids' goons aren't gonna let us do an experiment on their barrels.
Oh, I suppose you're right. We'll just have to ask the guy behind the counter.
What? Ask him if any of his barrels are filled with illegal moonshine? Get real here.
Well, I imagined a modicum of subtlety would be used.
Subtlety, right. Emmett, I can't get into the door over there. Those tables are jamming it shut.
The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and take a barrel of alcohol?
No, of course not. That would be stupid, right?
I'll say.
Still, I'd like to get that door open. I can't do anything from out here.
Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
뭔가 좀 알아냈어? 뭐가 필요하니? 뭐야? 어머 술. 내 술. 저게? 아 얘는 볼장 다 봤네지. 그럼 뭐 해야 되지 이제?
What is it, kid?
What's a tough guy like Kid Tannen doing running a soup kitchen?
Mr. Tannen purchased the soup kitchen from the Sisters of Mercy in an effort to repair his reputation as a respectable community figure after his fine name was besmirched by the malignant and malicious the actions of the misguided vandals that done burned down his place of business.
His speakeasy.
I cannot confirm nor deny any claims of so-called illegal bootlegging at the Just eat your damn soup, pipsqueak.
So this place used to be a soup kitchen.
What do you mean used to be? Despite recent changes in ownership, this joint is still available for the purposes of distributing food to the needy and the not so well-to-do, and no other purposes whatsoever.
Right. Why's the soup in a barrel?
'Cause it's hard to ladle off the floor?
Okay, I've got some more ideas about your soup.
Do tell.
Let's see. Have you tried giving the soup a little heat, maybe?
Why, is it getting cold?
No, I mean like chili powder. Muy caliente.
Oh,
Muy
bit of a tough
caliente.
guy, huh? Actually, I like it spicy too, but it's gotta be edible for the common folks.
Come on, a little dash isn't gonna kill anyone.
Ah, heck. You got moxie, kid. Let's spice it up a bit, shall we?
멕시칸이라서 그런가? 저거 하는 동안 내가 뭔가를 해야 되는 것 같은데.
Eureka!
뭔데? 뭐가 유레카야? 끝났어? 빨리 얘기 좀 해봐. 빨리 볼일 끝나기 전에.
Emmett.
Yes?
Oh, that's interesting.
Just a little mechanical ingenuity. In the end, the door is open.
Yeah, good job. Obviously, this kitchen isn't the speakeasy.
Indeed. This must be some sort of front meant to cleverly and legally obfuscate the existence of a hidden establishment of ill repute. Perhaps in the basement.
Right, that might explain the elevator. We'll score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
Pretty neat, Doc. Nope. I'm still not getting through here. But at least those tables are propped up now.
저 어떻게 해야 되지? 뭐 짝대기 같은 거 없나? 짝대기가 있다고 한들 줘. 아, 힌트. 빵틀 선반인 스푸통보다 스포보다 그렇지. 아, 브로콜리가 있나?
What is it, kid?
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
아, 이제 아무거나 그냥 쳐넣네? 아이씨. 말 걸지 말라고 하고. 힌트 줘봐. 아, 힌트. 움직이게 할 수 있다고? 뭘 쏘면 그야 되긴 하겠지만.
Ah, Miss Strickland. Come for some more soup?
Come now, Mr. Donnelly. You know I wouldn't set one foot in this mockery of all that is good and decent if the poor of Hill Valley weren't so dependent on Mr. Tannen's overblown show of generosity.
Was that a yes?
Just give me the soup before I gag on the hypocrisy.
I'll tell the boss you said hello.
I'll just bet you will.
아, 저게 술이 아니라 수프였구나.
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
아, 이거 참, 참. 녹음기로 치는구나.
More soup?
Please.
저거 뺏어야 돼.
And tell Kid that soup or no soup, he's not fooling anyone.
저거 내놔. 저거야, 저거.
Edna picked up the barrel of hooch. Now all I have to do is to get it from her somehow.
나가. 도대체 문을 왜 연 거야, 그럼?
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The orphanage.
No, they've already got all the soup they can handle.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Farm for Unwanted Children.
No, they've already received their quota for the month.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Rest Home.
No, it's way past their bedtime.
아,
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Insane Asylum.
No, too much soup makes them nervous.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh,
그
where?
SSS한테 이거 장소 제공하고.
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please tell your friend
이게
Emmett we
정답이었어?
accept. And the offer couldn't have come at a better moment. It's almost time for the meeting to begin.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Stay Sober Society.
That's right. They'll soon be gathering at the Brown estate, and we haven't provided refreshments. I can't get over the generosity of your friend Emmett volunteering his father's house for our meeting.
Huh? Wait there! Michael! What in the name of Thomas Alva Edison do you think you're doing?
Don't you get it? You need
Oh,
alcohol to run your
Edison.
drill,
Okay,
right?
들었어.
Those bootleggers at the soup kitchen won't let us get our hands on any of their hooch. But we can get Miss Strickland to pick it up for us and deliver it right to your door.
No, out of the question.
Why?
I can't just let strangers invade my parents' house. What do we know about these people?
They're sober. It says so right in the name.
Well, okay, but Pop needs his peace and quiet at the end of the day. This meeting is sure to be too noisy for him.
어차피 야근해가 골아 떨어질 텐데 뭐.
They'll be quiet. You'll be quiet, right?
Oh, yes! I play my tambourine very softly.
You hear that?
Yes, but
But
You
what?
hear that?
it's still impossible.
But I promised Miss Strickland. It means so much to her.
The answer is still no.
But think of the Stay Sober Society. What'll happen to them?
They can all fall off the wagon for all I care.
아 답답하워. 아 이거밖에 없어? 아 진짜 기껏 말했는데 아 정말.
Okay, forget the whole thing. We don't have to test your rocket-powered drill tonight.
We don't?
No, I'll take the train back to Washington and I'll tell the folks at the office to give the patent to Dr. McCoy.
Wait! You will instruct the members of the society to wipe their feet before they come inside.
Then you are Emmett Brown. I thought as much. You have such a righteous face. Edna Strickland, I don't know how to thank you for your generosity.
Pleased to meet you.
The feeling is mutual.
썸타니?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You worry too much, Emmett. Now all we gotta do is serve that subpoena, and we're off to build your rocket drill.
And get my patent.
Yeah, your patent.
뒤에 저 사람들은 눈이 멀었나? 아무튼 잠깐만. 이제 내가 뭘 해야 되는 거지? 이게 맞는지 모르겠네. 뭐 아무튼 순위에 맞게 진행되겠지.
Well, well, look who's back. They say rats always return to the scene of the sinking ship. Get 'em, Matches.
괜찮을 줄 알았는데.
Come down from there, you son of a bitch! Right now!
My
That's
grandpa
an
may be a
order.
little wimpy, but he's got great taste in hats.
Don't make me angry, Smucko! Get
I
down
don't
here
think they're in a
and face the
talkative mood
music!
right now. Einstein, help!
Lay off! Get away from me, you crazy mutt!
Go,
아유, 저
go away,
강아지
dog.
저
We're
발로
busy
쳐가지고
here.
내장
Go on,
팔다가
scram.
어떡해.
Hey,
아유,
Where'd he
미국인이
go?
애견인이라 참았다. 씨.
You let him get away, idiot!
키드처럼 고래고래 실속은 있을까요? 뭐라는 거예요 도대체? 아써? 아 마티는 아써는 어떨지 모르죠? 뭐라는 거야? 키드 하 참네. 이걸 녹음을 하라고? 힌트 안 봤으면 죽어도 모를 뻔했네.
hey,
Hey!
도망친 다음에 저 위에서 녹음해. 마치 마이클 감독처럼. 눈들이 다 녹색, 파란색이네.
What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
I
You
don't
can't
think they're
get
in
away
a
that
talkative
easy.
mood right
Nobody
now.
puts one over on Kid Tannen and...
Hey, Einie!
Look out, boss. It's that crazy mud again.
마침 4시네. 와, 미친 개라고 생각하는데도 해코지를 안 해.
Believe you lost him again.
진짜 착하다. 이 개랑 진짜 엄청나게 친한가 보다. 이래서 잡아먹는 것에 그 거시기 학을 뗐구만. 이렇게 가면은 길이 나오던가. 아, 여기 경찰서였네? 아닌가? 그래.
What now?
당장 내려와 이 스크루티니 말라 죽여진 자식아.
What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
It's Kid. Right away, boss. Ah, where's Kid?
빨리 후다닥 홉 찍어.
Arthur McFly?
Yeah?
Got something for you.
Thanks. A subpoena?
Ordering you to appear in court and provide evidence in the investigation into...
Kid Tannen? Take it back!
You can't get rid of it, Mr. McFly. Once you've been served, it's your duty to report to the court at the earliest possible time. Failure to do so could lead to a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest! But Kid'll kill me. Stupid Artie. Holy cats, what am I gonna do?
I suggest you avail yourself to the protection of the court.
Oh gosh, oh gosh.
모자 준다며. 역시 우리 할아버지
Well, we've
취향.
served the subpoena and gotten a barrel of booze delivered to your house. Looks like we're off to your lab to build your rocket drill. You do have a lab, right?
What kind of future patent holder would I be without a lab? Come on.
우리 할아버지 취향은 짱이야 이러면서 자기가 쓸 줄.
Doc! I'm off to get the rocket drill.
Good.
Come on, let's go. Time waits for no man.
Time waits for no man. Time waits for no man이란 말을 그 시간을 달리는 소녀에서 노래방에서 한참 노래를 부를 때 같은
Are
말을
you
하기도
sure this
하죠.
is gonna work, Emmett?
Don't let the ramshackle nature of my laboratory fool you. If all goes according to plan, we'll soon be in possession of the most powerful rocket fuel known to man.
That's great. How?
Well, it's very simple. This crankshaft induces a powerful direct current into the electrolysis chamber, producing hydrogen, which must be periodically released into the primary distillation barrel. While tending to the hydrogen, we'll also need to regularly sprinkle these shredded protein flakes into this aquarium of tuber bacteria to generate the necessary nitrogen to catalyze the reaction.
Cool.
Oh, hot! Extremely hot! The temperature of the reaction must be kept at a steady temperature of 623 degrees Kelvin by carefully pumping these bellows. Any questions?
저 팥은 아직 저 때부터 쓰고 있었구나. 아니 나 과학자라서 아는 척 해야 되는데.
Emmett? Why is there a brace of drunkards gathering on our lawn?
Sweet fancy Moses, it's my father!
So?
So, he doesn't know I'm engaging in acts of scientific exploration in here. He thinks this is where I go to pour through my law books.
Oh.
You tend to the reaction. I'll try to get rid of him.
Tend to the what? Can't we just start over after he's gone?
It's too late. The reaction's already started. Don't worry. I'll try to help you out where I can.
But...
Coming, Father! Father!
Don't you father me, child.
I don't know what's eating you, Father, but I wish you would go on a diet.
If you knew what caused
또 이게 맞아? 아이고 뭐 잃어먹을.
Listen to the words I'm emphasizing.
Don't you turn your back on me.
Law may be your burning passion, Father, but it is not mine. You have no idea what kind of pressure I'm under.
압력. 가스 압력.
Can't you see this is eating me up inside?
아, 이래서 여왕이 있었던 거구나.
Excellent. Now twist the valve there. Great. We're about a quarter of the way home.
Emmett, get back here! You're going to find out.
Don't you have a release valve on your mouth somewhere?
I hope someday you have children and you will look.
Why don't you go feed the ducks, Father? Pressuring me to be something I'm not.
You're going to find out when you get older.
By Galileo's rotations, do you ever listen to yourself? What do you call a room full of lawyers trapped in a burning building? A good start.
You're going to find out.
싸우자는 건데 돼요 내용이?
Ah, halfway
좋게
there.
돌려보낸다며.
Emmett!
Keep up the good work. Why should I honor your wishes? You treat me like common bacteria.
What will it take to light a fire under your unappreciative hindquarters?
You know who invented fire, Pop? I don't know either, but you can be damn sure it wasn't a lawyer.
Your ancestors are spinning in their graves right now.
This isn't food for thought, Pop. It's gruel.
Pressure? You're a child. You don't know anything about pressure. Hey, you guy.
Why won't you release me from your unattainable expectations?
Mr. Emmett.
그렇게 싸우는데도 져가지고.
If you don't like my performance at the courthouse, then fire me.
Calm down.
Law? What use has a microorganism for law?
What are they feeding you in that school of yours? You look like a...
Almost there.
Emmett!
Coming, Father!
너 싸우던 도중에 어디 가는 거냐?
Lawyers are nothing but overflowing bags of gas. Stop getting so hot under the collar, Pop. If it weren't for scientists, men like you would still be divining the future with sheep's bladders and goat gizzards. There is a flame inside me that cannot be quelled by your legalistic gobbledygook, Father. Do you really want to vent our dirty laundry in public like this? What do you call a room full of lawyers trapped in a burning building? A good start. Don't you have a release valve on your mouth somewhere? Stop being such a crank! Why don't you go feed the ducks, Father? You don't like my performance at the courthouse, then fire me! What did you do?
Emmett, who are you talking to in there?
No one, Father. Can't you see this is eating me up inside? Do I get a turn to talk, or is this going to be another monologue? How many times do I have to prove myself to you before I can shake your overbearing criticisms? Is it my fault if I don't get a spark out of laws and statutes? I don't know what's eating you, Father, but
아유 잘못했다. 너무 빨라.
Just pay attention to what I say.
Emmett, I'm not through with you yet.
Why must you always scatter condescension my way? I strongly object to the current of this conversation, Father. Lawyers are nothing.
아우 너무 빨라. 하던 말만 해.
I thought you were a scientist.
Emmett!
내 전표를 왜 안 나오나 했다.
Why won't you release me from your unattainable expectations? Maybe I should just get struck by lightning. Would that make you happy? You know who invented fire, Pop? I don't know either, but you can be damn sure it wasn't a lawyer. If it weren't for scientists, men like you would still be divining the future with sheep's bladders and goat gizzards. I'm not just another one of your staffers who spins around you like a toy. Boy. This isn't food for thought, Pop. It's drool. This may come as a shock to you, Pop, but not everyone wants to be a lawyer. You have no idea what kind of pressure I'm under. By Galileo's rotations. Do you ever listen to yourself? Pressuring me to be something I'm not. Lawyers are nothing but a bunch of hot air. There, I said it. I'm afraid we'll have to take this up later, Pop. My soup's about to boil over.
What? This isn't over, young man.
Whew.
Okay, you and your dad sounded...
It was an argument we should have had a long time ago. We... No! What?
이 정도면 말했지도.
Eureka!
Eureka!
Now all we gotta do is fuel up the old rocket power drill and you and I can
take it and go.
But don't you want to test it first?
No time. The last train for DC leaves in just a few minutes.
All right. You've got to get this baby to the U.S. Patent Office.
Exactly.
So tell me, Michael, when can I expect to hear back from the Patent Office?
3일? 한 달 내지 2달.
Oh, in about, I'd say...
최대한 길게 얘기하는 게...
I can't.
Huh?
Emmett, I'm not from the patent office.
I don't understand.
I lied to you, but I didn't want to. It was the only way I can get you to trust me. See, there's somebody who's in big trouble. Someone very important to me, to both of us. I can't tell you who, but I need to save him tonight, and I need your invention to do it.
무기를 내주겠어? 총 가져가는 거랑 똑같은 건데 저거? 심지어 자기 세퍼지
I'll get it back to you, I promise. And Emmett,
에미트야래.
you're gonna be a great inventor.
저거 놓치고 나서 그냥 법의 길이나 걸을 듯. 이상한 사람이나 만나고.
Wait! Keep the throttle at about 8.
Okay, Doc, I got the drill. Now let's get you out of here.
에피소드 1부터 5까지 그냥 짜자자자작 그걸 줄 알았는데 하나가 이렇게
Come on,
완전됐다고?
start.
이렇게 트트.
Mr. Corleone! You're too late!
Too late? The Doc's not supposed to be... Doc!
They're moving him to another facility for safekeeping! Oh, I better go get a quote from the police chief.
Paddy wagon intercepted, suspect slain, and they're still after him. How am I gonna rescue him now?
어떻게 구출해?
At least the rocket part came out of this in one piece.
훔쳐. 아, 저걸로 그냥 로켓 런처 자전거로 해서 가는 거구나.
Alright, I'm coming, Doc.
장면밖에 기억이 안 나. 2D 에너미는 정글 상에서는 아니고. 아무튼 저 너머 가스가 17센트야? 여기까지 들어갑니다.
You're still in danger, Doc. I've got to get you out of here.
What's that?
I said you're still in danger.
Never mind, never mind. Get me out of here, and we'll talk later.
아, 말을 안 해도 다 통해. 인벤토리에 뭐 있지? 시끄럽네. 아,
I know.
어떡하냐?
They won't budge.
일단 좀 올라가 봐라야. 불안하다.
Now that's just not fair.
이거 구겨갖고 어떻게 하지?
I don't want to mess up my picture of Dad like that.
아이 거참.
They won't budge.
매달리던 실력이 있어갖고 잘 매달리네. 차량 탈취인데 이거? 아 차를 엄청 달아놨구나.
Keys. The window's shut tight.
박살내 그냥. 이걸로 깨.
Not sure what that'll do.
아 이거 참. 이거 어떻게 해야 되지?
Keys are on the dashboard, but I can't reach them.
You need a protraction appurtenance.
What?
A reach extender.
Kid Tannen's driving the truck.
Heaven! That explains a lot.
Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out.
Be careful, Marty.
Can't break the lock.
There's a key, but it's probably up front.
I'll be back.
I'll wait right here.
막대기 같은 공동대가 마치 공동대가 있네? 박살내 그냥.
Why on earth would I want to whack that with a tire iron?
타이어 칠 때?
Why on earth would I want to whack that with a tire iron?
그럼 뭐 어떻게? 이거를 하려고? 열쇠를 여는 게 맞을 것 같아.
They won't budge. Keys are on the dashboard, but I can't reach them.
You need a protraction appurtenance.
What?
A reach extender.
I'll be back.
타이어 질 때를
Why on earth would I want to whack that with a tire iron?
그럼 이거를 바퀴다 낄 수는 없잖아. 바퀴다 끼면 다 죽자는 건데.
Why on earth would I want to whack that with a tire iron?
아니면 그 타이어를 빼라는 소린가? 저게 또 저렇게 날아간다고?
They won't budge.
RT302사. 아마 영화랑 똑같은 성격이라면 저 번호판에도 의미가 거의 다 왔어.
I'll be back.
다리가 나타났던 것 같은데. 빨리.
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good.
아, 이거 어떡하는 거야? 이걸로 그 자물쇠를 박살낼 수는 없을 텐데.
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good.
보여줘요, 박사님.
Keys are on the dashboard, but I can't reach them.
You need a protraction of pertinence.
What?
A reach extender.
I'll be back.
짝대기 같은 게 뭐가 있지? 뒤로 가기 귀찮네.
I'll be back.
어떡하지? 홈캡을 이거 어디다 쓰라는 거야?
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good.
나 보고 있는 것 같은데?
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good.
아까 그거를 갖다가 유리창도 깨고 뚝배기도 겸사겸사 깼었어야 되는데. 그거를 뭐 어떡하라고? 목에다 겨눈다고?
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good.
그래. LC보드 위에는 열쇠가 필요해요. 열쇠. 라디오 안테나라고? 라디오 안테나가 어디 있는데? 위에 있나? 라디오 안테나가 저기 위에 있긴 한데. 라디오 안테나를 가려면 위로 올라가야 되는데?
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good.
위로 어떻게 올라가지?
No good. The window's shut.
돌아가. 거긴 열려 있었어. 이게 그렇게 된다고? 바로 코앞에서?
I don't think throwing the hubcap at that would do any good. I need a distraction.
Leave it to me! Hey, driver! You're driving too fast! Watch how you take those curves! What are you trying to do? Kill me? I object to your tone of voice, and I find this seat distinctly uncomfortable. Do you have a pillow I can sit on? Hey, I'm talking to you, driver. Don't ignore me. You!
이렇게 빨리 달리다니 날 죽일
Thanks, Doc. I guess that's why they call you the street.
How did you know that?
I have my sources.
그리고 진짜 애니메이션 봐야겠다. 나 못 참겠다 이거.
머리.
그 시계탑에서의 열연을 또 여기서 보여주네. 네, 안 돼.
How you doing, Doc? Keep lead, Sagan.
진짜 잘
How many
매달렸네.
bullets has he got in that thing?
아, 진짜 이거 어떻게 하냐? 테란의 총을 날려. 빨리 키스하고 날려.
Where are you? Son of a bitch. Lucky he's such a bad shot, huh?
Better get that done before our luck runs out.
발포 가네 그냥. 사람보다 총이 멋져다. 아 여기
We
이렇게.
need something to get rid of these
아
cops.
저기 붙잡혀 있어서 저런 거였구나.
Oh, this is a rescue.
That's the idea.
육체로부터 도와주는 것 같은데.
Doc!
Come on.
Doc! The throttle!
What? Oh.
갈비뼈 나갔을 것 같은데. 이티까지? 아 이티도 안 봤는데 나.
Doc! Are you okay?
I'm fine. But I wonder what sorts of bizarre repercussions my younger self's invention of a flying bicycle will have on the timeline.
Did you know that would happen?
I had a suspicion. I never could keep those rockets from exploding.
So, what do we do now?
Now we get back to 1986 before our interactions with the past inevitably cascade into a calamitous future. Where'd you leave Einstein?
Doc?
He's not in the pound, is he?
No, but I think we've got bigger problems right now.
Great Scott!
아 이어지는 거야? 또 단편도 아니고 이어진다고? 미치겠다 미치겠어 진짜 이렇게 이어진다고? 와 씨. 진짜 눈물나게 재밌다. 너무 재밌어. 화장실도 못 갈 것 같았어요.
What's happening?
I don't know. We'll have to be careful not to run into ourselves.
Hey, fellas.
All right, McFly. Let's go see the boss.
History says Tanner will be arrested by a rookie cop by the name of Danny Parker.
I fear that nothing will save Hill Valley from descending into the fires of chaos and corruption.
Nothing is over until Kid Tannen says it's over.
게테는 페브러리 이공일로. 아 게임도 금방 나온 거였구나. 하긴 그 워킹데드도 엄청 옛날 게임이었으니까 이거는 워킹데드보다는 더 전인 것 같긴 하거든요. 근데 확실히 테일즈가 장인 정신이 있어. 이게 단순히 기술적으로 뛰어나거나 그래도 이 장인 정신으로 만든 거는 못 따라가요. 아 진짜 미치도록 재밌다. 지금도 방광이 터질 것 같은데 놓치고 싶지 않아. 진짜 너무 재밌었다. 이 마크 그리고 또 언제 그리고 진짜 하나 더 인상 깊은 게 뭔지 아세요? 이게 너무 재밌어서 이 게임 나중에 또 할 거예요. 진짜 너무 재밌다. 아 이거 이 마크네. 여기 딱 맞네. 그레이패스 컴패세터가 뭔가 아무튼 여기 이거였네. 아, 진짜 재밌었습니다. 나 이거 화장실 갔다 온 다음에 바로 2편 할 수도 있고 아마 아끼려고 내일 할 수도 있는데, 진짜 역사에 남을 명작의 스토리를 또 게임으로 진행할 수 있다니 너무나 기쁘고 영광이고 벅차오르네요. 그러면 일단은 여기까지 하겠습니다. 진짜 의자를 더 이상 못 쓰게 되기 전에. 그럼 여기까지 하겠습니다. 에피소드 1 여기까지 끝입니다. 안녕.